Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs podcast? Welcome to the Chiefs Blitz podcast, brought to you by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news. Our podcast is produced by Bowtie Sports and hosted by Nick Athan, Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, Hense, Todd, and special contributor, Fox 4 sports reporter and anchor, Harold Kuntz. Please like and subscribe to our show. Now let's talk Kansas City Chiefs football.
Nick.
Hello. We love the dramatic pause.
Fancy. Very fancy.
I lost Nick a little bit, so I'm gonna bring him back in, guys.
All
but
right,
again,
well, here we are. It's a Friday, Red Friday, I guess. One of us dressed for the occasion, it looks like.
Help me.
But it is Friday.
Oh no, I see it, but
back.
somebody got number 10 jersey on.
Yeah,
now,
it is.
What are you indicating?
It is Factor Cap Friday. There is a game this weekend, in case anybody forgot. You know, all this draft talk and free agency and everything else everybody's all hyped up about now. But yeah, so we have a show today. Yeah, let's go.
I'm here.
Nick,
you just can't see me.
Nick is just all dark.
He's coming in.
There he is. Look at that.
There it is. Predicting the stadium news years ago.
All right, put it back the way it was.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
With that said, let's before we get this show kicked off, let's hear from our sponsors, Nick.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk about Underdog Fantasy. Play 5, get up to $100 in bonus entries. Just make sure you're eligible in the state and of age. It's pretty simple. You can play the pick'em game, go higher or lower, and we make it pretty easy around here at the Chiefs Blitz podcast. All you got to do is hit the QR code there. It says scan here. Promo code of Chiefs Blitz should be in. Set up your account, deposit your funds, play your first game, get your bonus dollars, and then if we hit 100 subscribers, we're still a ways to go. We'll be giving away this $1,500 football. Johnny Robinson, Emma Thomas, Lenny Dawson, Willie Lanier, Bobby Bell, all Hall of Fame inscriptions, the case, the ball, another special $100 gift will be given out to the individual in a drawing who get to 100. So got a lot of work to do, boys.
Once again, those are Underdog subscribers.
Underdog, yes.
Nick, you got some exciting news, Nick. You got some exciting news.
Hold on there. So with that said, we got welcome everybody in today. We want to thank everybody for joining in from X, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else like that. With that said, let's get into some of these updates.
Updates.
Oh, by the way, prospective number 1 pick in the NBA draft opting out of the rest of the season.
No, that's not true. That's a false report.
Oh,
come on, Nick. The guy who's pretending to be somebody who works for the Athletic.
It's out there. It's out there.
No, I can assure you it's a false report.
So with that said, let's get into the updates.
Wrong with my Jayhawks.
All right, so this is coming from our own site. My goodness, are we good? The Chiefs are scheduled for a meeting at Topeka on Monday. The Royals are reportedly not attending. So per Soren Petro, an announcement of the Chiefs moving to Kansas is expected after this meeting, barring any last-minute screw-ups at the top. And we can talk about what those might be. The move to the Kansas side is looking more real than ever. My goodness.
Let's hear from what the fans are saying.
This is going to be
for the fans before I give everybody the truth.
All right, Zach Jones. Arrowhead is such a big part of the Chiefs. The iconic stadium is something you fall in love with as a fan. Whether it's a dome or retractable roof, the vibe will be completely different for opposing teams playing the Chiefs. So, Zach,
that's
being a little nostalgic, of course. Critter, here we go. Critter. They're going to build this stupid thing right next door to me, aren't they? I knew my jerk neighbors couldn't be trusted to hold the line. So Critter must have been against the
there was no vote for
whatever that
Critter there.
What are those
that
things
a long
called?
time ago.
Let Lou finish, Nick.
What are those things? Petitions? Is that what they're called? You know, he was the one that just told the kid to get the hell off his lawn and go home. All right, next, Jew parody account. Those are always great. Translated from Portuguese. Nobody wants to improve the team, but now moving to another city, sure. Ugh, this family's pathetic.
Oh my goodness.
So Jew is a little pissed off at the rest of us.
Jew. I'm excited. For
really. You know, I guess thinking about, where we go from here as a team, where they play, is it that important where they play?
Yeah. I don't think it's that important. But
evidently it is. Yeah.
I know, but I got before Nick do all his spilling and
it's all about the Benjamin.
Everybody know I talk to one person only.
Why do we even read this stuff, Hense? Why don't you just tell us what Gracie's whispering in your ear and let's go. What are we doing? Why are we wasting time?
It's all the potential stunt, trying to get the Chiefs to the Missouri side to move a little faster than what they usually
do. They got 48 hours.
I'm just saying that, it's something to throw out there.
Look at the smile on Nick's face.
Just to be out there, throw it out there to get the, Missouri side to move a little faster.
So a negotiating ploy.
Yeah, just a little plug to pull him.
I believe Nick. I believe Nick, man.
Nick been wrong about this situation.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, look at
hold on. Before you throw Nick under the bus here, this was reported by Seren Petro.
I know. Dre said I believe Nick. I said, and he been wrong too. Sofranto had been wrong for a little
he's
while.
It's a report. He's not saying anything. This is a report, so he's not intimating that he has.
I'm just messing with Nick.
He's just trying to mess.
All right, so you do have Gracie's ear, or she has yours. That part is true. Yeah, are you attributing the fact that this is just a negotiating ploy to Gracie and without her knowledge, or is she in on this gag?
I don't know what she in on, but I know that I spoke to her and she said it. It's a little boom. They don't want to move the stadium. They want.
Okay, all right. So this is her saying. So this is a quote.
It's an innuendo.
Right, I want to see new things. I'm excited for new things.
She either said it or she didn't. I mean, I don't think there's any gray area there. I mean, so if she said it, then okay. Let's
hear from what Nick got to say. Go ahead.
That's a source pretty close.
We got a long source. We got a long source.
Oh, shut up. It's my time. So, listen, with total respect to Gracie, she's part of the Hunt family. They're going to do what's best for the Chiefs organization. They're going to do what's best to monetize.
Do what's best for the Hunt family.
The best for the Hunt family. This is the best time to do it with Patrick Mahomes. Going to be out, hopefully back by opening day, but it remains to be seen. This is a good time to drop the ball. Now here is what I know to be true. The meeting on Monday is going to be their offer officially to the Chiefs brass, and that is going to be Clark Hunt, Mark Donovan, and a few attorneys. And in that meeting, they will make the offer, and the Chiefs will choose to accept, and then they will announce that they are moving to Kansas to build a brand new dome stadium that will include a casino. It will include offices, suites, shopping district, basically a little mini Arrowhead Village. Now, for the fans who are bitching about, what about my tailgate? That ain't going to change. There's going to be plenty of parking that you can tailgate. You can have a good time before the game. The smell of the barbecue is still going to be good. All those things are going to take place. Now, here's what's at stake. My understanding is, and I've talked to several people about this, and I've been working on this for a couple of years now. the NFL has agreed to put the Chiefs in a Super Bowl rotation for a Northern City Super Bowl. So that means maybe once in the next
years,
8 years, they'll have an opportunity to host this game. The Final Four, NCAA Final Four basketball tournament, will not only use the new facility for a Final Four, but also for a regional weekend final as well. So they'll be in a regular rotation. I'm speculating here, but I think Taylor Swift will open the stadium with a massive concert. That's just a guess. But the bottom line is the Chiefs are going to gain all the revenue from the stadium, from the shops, everything that they build. They've already acquired the land. Surveyors were out there 2 weeks ago, and I think I mentioned this on the show, that they were digging up sod and doing soil samples by the racetrack. Now, the racetrack is going to stay. I think the stadium is going to be pretty close there. I'm not sure which side, but probably closest to the 110th Street exit, which was redone 4 years ago with the hopes that the Chiefs were going to put their stadium there. So that's what's happening with the Chiefs. What's surprising to me, and I'll do this really quick, is that the Royals are now likely, and this has changed rather quickly, going to move to 115th, 119th, and Knoll in the Overland Park side. In addition, Overland Park will build as part of this deal. It's my understanding that there could be a potential training facility for the Chiefs, so the Chiefs don't have to upgrade the one at Arrowhead. It'll look very similar to what I'm told to what the Raiders had in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. So the bottom line is this. Until Monday, we're not going to know 100% for sure. The fact that you've got government officials out there saying things, and the Hunt family has not said a word. John Sherman with the Royals has not said a word, which leads me to believe that there's probably a lot more smoke behind this at all. Now, last thing I'm going to say. For the diehard loyalist of Arrowhead, it was a beautiful cathedral. It has a ton of memories, including a lot for me. But this is an opportunity to where had Missouri leadership in Kansas City and in Jefferson City done their jobs when the Chiefs and the Royals gave them the fire warnings that this was potentially going to happen, and they did nothing about it. The mayor in Kansas City did a terrible job. The state legislator in Kansas City, Frank White, the person who controlled this whole thing, the fact that the stadium vote was killed a year and a half ago, which was going to be right next to the T-Mobile Center, right next to that massive park. It was the perfect place for a Royals, and they screwed it up. So the bottom line is this. I think both franchises are leaving. I think the Chiefs will announce it next week, and the Royals will announce it sometime after the first of the year.
Okay, couple of things.
All right, lay it on.
Little Freudian slip. We're hoping nobody drops the ball. Okay.
Well, that just means that owners.
I'm thinking you were thinking drop the bomb because Patrick's already at that whole thing. Okay. Secondly, evidently part of the Hunt family is speaking to our own Hensley Todd. So somebody in the Hunt family is speaking. So. Other than that, I'll go with whatever the hell you said. Kansas City's a normal regional site for the NCAA tournament, isn't it? Like what used to be Kemper Arena, whatever that is. Is it T-Mobile now?
Yeah, they do the first round, but they usually don't do the final, the sweet
like the regional, the
regional finals. They normally don't get those. Now the women's has. But now the women's are also going to dome stadiums too. So basically, the NCAA wants dome stadiums for the regional and for the Final Four. So I think Kansas City would be in an every 4-year rotation for both the men and the women. And then you've got you've got all sorts of concert events that you can do, a lot of stadium shows. So again, this is just the Chiefs are a business, and that's it. And people have to look at that, and they have to say, guess what?
Go ahead and read it, Drake.
Kansas have the Royals, and the only reason the deal didn't go through is because the Royals have evolved, and none of the taxpayers wanted to pay for a losing franchise. He said, "Don't leave that out."
No, come on, that's not true. This all started because there was one small group that created a huge noise, and they shut that whole project down. It's just that simple. So the bottom line is,
why don't we pump the brakes until Monday, because we're going to get into this whole frenzy before we even know anything. It looks like it's like a report.
It's picking up steam, Lou.
Reported from Soren Petro. Let's see what happens. Through the meeting, is it blowing
smoke?
There are other people reporting it as well.
Monday is my birthday. I don't want it to be announced on my birthday
to you.
On my day, and we're on my day.
Happy birthday, Hensley.
Boy, Bo be pissed off. Like, no.
Missouri, you got 48 hours to make your
Dorothy, Toto, the whole damn family, the Hunts are chasing down that whole thing. We're going back to Kansas, man.
That's right.
Going back to Kansas.
All right. Hey, like I told my wife, I said, if I ever, move again, I'll probably move, I'll move to Overland Park. I'll probably if my team goes over there. But other than that, I want to thank all 87,000 you guys for sharing this tweet out there yesterday.
No,
I'll 87,000. Go ahead.
Okay. I lost my train of thought.
Take your time, Lou.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on.
That's the latest. Monday's going to be a great show. All right.
Yeah, so breaking. Leo Chenal just posted. Did we talk about this last show?
No, we didn't talk about it.
A season recap on Instagram featuring Lanny's If This Was the Last Time. Evidently, that's a tune. I'm not familiar with Laney. Is that do we know who that is, Hense?
It's a song that it's a guy, it's an artist.
Okay, like country music? Is it what?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So Chenal is set to become an unrestricted free agent this offseason, coming off a career-high season with a massive interception, elite run stuffing. This feels like a final goodbye to Chiefs Kingdom. The question is, would it be a massive loss if 54 walks?
So let's
couple things here. Okay, so here we go. Lois from way downtown might be one of the few who will be following this guy, whichever team he ends up with. That's right, Lois. Let's go. We all know Leo's a stud. And wherever he ends up, he is going to become something. I don't know about superstar, but he is going to become a full-time starter and a very effective linebacker in this league. And wherever the hell he chooses to play. I mean, I'm not switching allegiances anytime during my lifetime, but I'm certainly going to follow the rest of his career if he goes. We know this is theater. We're plenty of time between now and free agency. So Lance Moser, Chenal only playing 51% of the defensive snaps in year 4 and having years of evidence of his playmaking ability is baffling to me. Me too, Lance. He should be on the field far more than he is. Yes, Lance. Yes. Gelato or gelato. If the Cowboys were to throw a bag at linebacker in free agency, it should be to this guy. Dude was a beast this season against the run. I couldn't agree more with you, Gelato. All right. Jacob, most likely letting good players like McDuffie and Chenal go. But it's a good thing we paid Bolton and Karlaftis, though, right?
So what y'all guys take on that?
Man, they ain't lying. Chenal been balling. He's been balling, bro. It's like what we talked about all season with the coaching. It's certain players that we would love to see that has been productive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is a big move. If he leaves, it's a big move, man. Because the Chiefs gonna miss him. They're gonna miss that, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's not exactly a complete Swiss Army knife, but the way they use him, they can pretty much put him in just about anywhere. They put him on the edge, have him drop back in coverage, stuff in the run. I mean, if it ever came to it, I'm sure he'd be more than capable of having the green dot on his helmet. But that that draft class that was, again, so instrumental in a lot of different things. Again, they haven't, achieved superstardom. Trent's the closest one, but these are guys that you drafted and so forth. Yep. So I'm not saying that they have to keep them all, but you got to keep the ones that have been playing and playing well.
Exactly.
Now, again, with only playing half the snaps, he's putting this stuff on tape. I'm sure if you went to the pro personnel people across the board in the NFL, he will be one of the top 2 or 3 linebackers in free agency. No doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, we're gonna get into our trade rumor that broke during the week as well before we get into Factor Cap.
Oh, I got one for you too.
Go ahead.
I'm breaking my own right here. So again, from that same draft class, Chiefs All-Pro corner Trent McDuffie has emerged as a potential trade candidate this coming off season, per Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. So it's not just Nick Athan spreading that stuff. Fowler names the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a perfect spot for McDuffie if Kansas City moves on to avoid a massive extension. I do agree with him from a style perspective. I think Todd Bowles would do wonders with this kid. Woo. So is it time to sell high on McDuffie? Foreign love.
Where do you find these people?
Cut the right people.
These are your followers.
Some contracts. Trade Trent for assets.
Oh, that's why.
Foreign love has this. Try to sign Kyle Pitts and Breece Hall in free agency. Oh my gosh, I think this is one of Hensley's followers. Use all the picks on defense. Whoops. Okay, I didn't memorize the rest. Can you go back? Go ahead. Okay, use all the picks on defense. Should be 7 total from a Trent trade, currently at 5.
Makes sense.
Next, Trent. Ooh, Trent, his namesake. If you trade McDuffie, then you almost have to re-sign Watson. This defense cannot afford to lose both in the same offseason. I flip-flop maybe on this every day. Yeah, that's again that same draft class. It's crazy now. Macy.
Wow.
He's played like trash. Say hello to Minnesota. McDuffie. Minnesota.
I would take Minnesota. They got a high first-round pick.
That's another one. Gelato coming back for more. 2-time All-Pro and 2-time Super Bowl champion getting traded. Yeah, it's going to be a minute for the Chiefs. I always thought he was at his best in the nickel versus outside.
Exactly.
All right, last one.
And pennies. Trent McDuffie for Justin Jefferson.
Sign me up.
Patrick Starr. Patrick Starr has got a little smile on his face.
Sign me up.
We want to thank all the Chiefs Blitz followers for commenting and sharing their comments.
Absolutely. Fire. Some fire coming from the followers.
Bucks would be a perfect fit. I think it's going to take a first and a third. I don't think Chiefs are going to part. I don't think they're going to get more than 2 picks for him. I don't think they're going to get what the Jets got, in trading their stud cornerback. I don't see it. But had McDuffie played better this year and shown he can play better on the outside against taller receivers, maybe. But he needs to be in the slot. I think the Colts would be a great place for him, to be honest with you. But he's going to have to go to a place that's got
they expended a lot of their capital in that trade. I hear you, but he's under contract for like what?
Bears
his number's like 14 million for next year.
16, yeah.
So, we figured he's just a nickel guy. He's not an outside. He's a nickel guy.
He's a slot guy.
Yeah, he's a nickel.
Okay,
guy.
I think that's all BS. But anyway, but that's my opinion. But to have him at that number, to that caliber of player for that number, based on the market for top end corners. Might be malpractice to go ahead and get rid of him at this point.
Yeah,
I don't think his value would drop after next season, unless somebody blows you away with something crazy.
Right.
Then you consider it. But okay, so now you're going to take that same money and give it to Jalen Watson,
right? I don't think it's going to cost as much.
If Jalen Watson takes that money over years, his agent is going to. I mean, that would be malpractice if he took less than that, right? Because I just think because the market is so high, you've got the top guys making between 25 and 30 million. To get a guy in at 15 or 16 that is that good.
You read that? You read that, Lou?
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
You read that, Lou?
I see.
Well, he clearly can't handle big receivers, and it is what it is. He can't. Them are number one guys. He can't handle them. He's a more.
He's not going to play the rest of the season. So
you put him in the slot.
We've seen what we've seen.
He's just a slot guy.
I'd be shocked.
Well, he may be. He's really good at it. So that tells me that he's position flexible, and you can do different things with him. So that makes him even more valuable. I mean, unless you have like a replacement, if you feel that, okay, we're going to re-sign Jalen Watson, or by some miracle, Christian Fulton is able to play at 100%, and you think he's going to be that guy, okay, or Noel Williams, or whatever you think, and somebody blows you away, then maybe you consider it. But you don't get better trading away your best players. I mean, unless you completely just decided that the guys that you've drafted, you made mistakes on.
Right.
And some of them you did. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, they didn't hit on all their picks, and some of the guys haven't developed as quickly as possible, and that's why you're sitting at 6-8 right now, or whatever the record is. And so here we are. On the outside looking in. Soft tanking. Did you see that injury report? My goodness, it looks like Belichick's New England reports like every single week.
Yeah,
everybody's questionable. Come on, man. So yeah, hey,
let's get the fact or cap.
Let's do it.
Damn right we will. Here we go, gang. It is Friday. Time for fact or cap. Yes, the number 2 game on YouTube, or according to Hensley Todd, it's number 1. So this is the day that we look at some happenings around the football community, NFL and the like. Chiefs will always be representative in this segment. First off, I'm going to read some stuff, and then I'm going to give you a statement, and you decide, hey, I'm with that, or nah, not buying it. So fact or cap. Here we go. So last night may have been an instant classic, had a real playoff vibe, 38-37 in overtime, 2-point conversion decides it. Amazing. Great watch. Very entertaining football. Arguably the 2 best teams in the NFL. Could certainly be that. And that, as far as this particular part of Factor Cap, I'm going to concentrate on the 2 receivers, JSN and Puka Nacua, which, again, arguably you could say are the 2 best receivers in the NFL. Both guys very hardworking, quiet. Well, up until this week, Puka got himself into a little hot water. Referees saying, being kind of coaxed into some anti-Semitic thing. I mean, it just got ugly, and apologies have been issued, and this was so unlike Puka. But the bottom line is, it's so refreshing to watch 2 professional wide receivers running routes, then catching balls when they get separation. And even when they don't get separation, they catch the ball. Toe drag swag on the sidelines, making big plays, long touchdowns. I mean, can you imagine having guys like that on this team? Amazing. The statement is this. If you didn't think about it before, Puka is clearly the best wide receiver in the NFL. Fact or cap?
I would just say fact. I would just say fact. Matthew Stafford got his Calvin Johnson all over again in a different form, in a different uniform. Hey, this kid is out here playing ball, put up 225 last night, 2 tubs, and still had time to tweet on Twitter and still say what he had to say about the refs and officially and everything else. I just say yes, he's the best wide receiver right now. The kid still when he first came in, he was still learning how to be a star, right? He was just the guy, the cleanup guy. Now he's just young. The stardom is coming all over him now. I think he just got to learn how to be a star, take all that what comes with it, and shrink his circle a little bit. Then the kid will be the best that we are probably ever seen, man. Because this kid, the Rams wide receiver room and whoever the wide receiver coach is, got these kids cooking, found them in a late round and got them out here looking like Calvin Johnson 2.0 in a different form. That's what I'm saying. The kid is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fact as well. I think he's the best receiver in the NFL right now. I think he was the best receiver last year, in my opinion. I think that when you look at what he has done and the catches he made, now he's in the spotlight, so he's got to be careful what he says when things don't go his way. He doesn't want to turn into that kind of player. And he kind of made some comments earlier in the week about the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and a couple other things, and this is not a good look for this kid. On the field, he's the best wide receiver. Off the field, he's got a few lessons to learn. I'm sure the Rams will deal with this if they haven't dealt with it already. But I think he is route running, hands, presence on the field. Give me the ball in the tightest of spaces and I'll grab it mentality. And he's got the right quarterback for him. That can't be mistaken here. That can't be overlooked. He's got a quarterback that knows what he has and how to get them the ball. And he doesn't have to be perfect getting there because he can find the ball no matter where it's tracked.
Coach. Man, shout out, man. We got to get some love to Matt Stafford, too. Matt Stafford, he's the king of the no-look. He's been the OG of the no-look, guys. It's D-Town.
I don't
But
see
I'm going to
Matt
say this. I'm
Stafford
going to say
up there.
this. Puka is the best receiver in the league, man. That boy, you can throw the ball his way. He's catching everything. Not knocking JSN because he's a stud, too. But this guy is money. This guy right here is money. He is the best receiver. You can put anybody on who's going to catch the ball, but I got to give it to Puka, man. Puka is the guy, man. He is.
177th pick overall in his draft. Let that sink in a little bit, right?
That part, yeah.
Amazing. It looked like Seattle kind of had him kind of slowed down at a certain part early in the second half. He had, I think, 4 catches for 74 yards, and then Hense, he ends up with 12 and 225, 2 touchdowns. It's my God. JSN was 0 in the first half, 0 targets, obviously 0 catches, 0 yards, and he ends up, I believe, around 100 and touchdown, whatever. Just an absolutely great game. But just watching these guys work is really a treat, because when you watch other receivers and they're not doing the same types of things, you just wonder why. Hence, good point in terms of the receiver coaching at the Rams. We talk about Howie Roseman a lot. We talk about Veach a lot. Les Snead's been doing this a long time. And if you look at that team, outside of Stafford, most of them are draft picks. He famously once said, F them picks, when they were trading all their first-round picks every year to get Jalen Ramsey and guys like that. I forgot Devontae, he's a free agent. But anyway, Rams, Puka, I'm all in. Fact. Okay, let's go to number 2.
Let's do it.
Things in Miami have gotten kind of weird. It seemed like, they fire the GM. All the talk, all the drama. There's almost as much drama there as there is in Dallas. It's just they just don't seem to be as good, and a little bit maybe even more dysfunctional. But they decide, let's just go ahead and take the rest of the season off. And famously, years ago, Stephen Ross, the owner, was very enamored with one Joe Burrow coming out of that draft, and tried to make the deal happen with Cincinnati to move up to the first pick, and Cincinnati wasn't having it. Guess who's coming to Miami this weekend? Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow, right?
Perfect.
You just can't make this stuff up. I have a question for you guys before we get to the fact or cap. Would you trade your next 4 years, number 1 and number 2, for Burrow and Chase?
Yes.
For Burrow, absolutely.
Now you're taking on about $95 or $98 million a year in salary. But if you're the Dolphins, do you do that?
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm the Dolphins, yeah.
That would just be the most Miami thing to do. But also in that draft, Herbert went very next. Jordan Love went later in the first round. Jalen Hurts went early in the second round. And they end up with the, I guess, least athletic, least dynamic player. And it looked like it was going to like work for a while when he had Tyreek and Waddle, their own version of the mini Avengers, and they were putting up 70 against Denver and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It looked like the Harlem Globetrotters. The league catches up to it a little bit, and here we are. Tua looks like a stiff, and it's just that game in Pittsburgh. I mean, again, it wasn't nearly as cold as it was in Kansas City, but he looked equally as pathetic on the NFL field. So this is really spiraling out of control. So the statement is this: Tua will never be brought in to be a starter for any team in the NFL ever. Fact or cap?
I have to say that will be a cap.
Yeah. Patrick
Mahomes is injured. He probably be your starter, your backup coming in. I'm just saying. I know everybody say Hense, you lost to me there. I'm just saying he may be. He may. If they cut him, he come in here. He probably get it together. But other than that, I'm just joking with Charles. Nah, that'd be a fact. He won't be a starter. He won't. I don't see it again. The Dolphins debut was awful. I don't see it happening for him again after that. Maybe a journeyman backup. Other than that, no. Maybe for the Cardinals.
Second worst contract in NFL history.
Yeah. Absolutely, Cap. I mean, he'll. Raiders need a quarterback. The Raiders will give him a shot. We don't know what's going to happen with. There's so many teams, and the quality of starting quarterbacks in the NFL is so bad right now. It's the worst it's ever been, in my opinion, when you look at all 32 teams. So he'll be a starter next year. Probably not in Miami, but he'll be a starter somewhere. Maybe in Cincinnati. Who knows?
I'm going to go with fact, man. Dealing with his injuries and the concussion this man had, I mean, you got to have a great offensive line to have him back there. I'm going to go with fact, man. I don't think no organization would want to deal with Tua, man. It's just a high risk dealing with him. So I'm going to definitely go with fact.
Yeah, in my mind, there's really nothing there that you can say, okay, if we do this as a team, he can be functional. They are literally, Miami, hiding their highest paid player. I mean, running up to they won 4 games in a row. I don't think he attempted more than 25 passes in any of those games. And you're not telling me that their running game is that great. Right. Okay. Coach, excellent point. That's the other part of this. Do you really want to be like walking around on eggshells when you put him out there as a starter? Exactly. I could see potentially as a backup because I think he knows football. He's smart. He could probably help coach up a young player. But as far as any, I guess, legitimate NFL level skills, I really don't see it outside of being able to be like precise in the 10 to 12 yard range. Anything beyond that, it's a roll of the dice. So no, there's plenty of guys that you could get that are much larger athletes with a lot more upside, if you would. So I believe that is a fact. Okay, finally, we get to yours and our Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, we're all, even though there's 3 games left, evidently there's all the we've shifted to the draft. We've shifted to free agency. We're not even thinking about these last 3 games. So why not? What if I told you that the Chiefs will draft a Notre Dame running back? Not Jeremiah Love. Fact or cap? That's Jadarian Price, my friends. Welcome to Kansas City, Jadarian Price.
That's a monster there, boy.
I think Price is the second best running back coming out this draft behind Love. Depending on what system you put him in, you buy what 5'11", 220. So yeah, he got the speed, he got the hands. If you look at it, number 24. That is, if y'all know the difference. Number 4 is Love, and number 24 is Price. He good on kick returns and everything else. So I can see that happening. You know what I mean? But again, it's all for Love, man. Well, our hearts is broken in Kansas City. Our hearts were broken with Patrick Mahomes this season, and maybe the stadium knew too. And our heart can be filled with love on April. In April when the draft starts, our hearts might be filled back with love. So, hey, I have to say that will be a cap. Lou, I had to give you a cap.
Oh, my friend is so mistaken. Fact. The price is right.
The price is right.
Pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. This young man will have a better career in the NFL than Love.
Okay. Oh, now Nick's lost his freaking mind. Cut it. Where's the jail cell? Where are the bars? Where are the bars?
I'm telling you right now. 5 years from now, you'll be looking.
Put him in jail.
Gosh, 5 years from now, you'll be looking at these two backs and the price. The yards,
the price is wrong.
Championships. This kid is phenomenal. You turned me on to this kid weeks ago.
He's really good.
He's solid. He's heavier.
Let's not get carried away with the career stuff. But no, okay.
He's solid. He's the perfect fit for Andy Reid's offense. He has some Jamal Charles in him. Which I like. Hold on.
No, where?
I'm talking about the mentality. I'm talking about the mentality of running. I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. I don't think the Chiefs are going to take a running back in the first round. I just don't see it happening. They've got to find a pass rusher. If they're picking at 11, they're going to take the best edge rusher they can get. Period. That's number one. Yeah, unless they trade McDuffie and they've got 2 first-round picks, and maybe they get Love.
Mahomes is making this draft. He like, my knee hurt. Y'all gonna build this team around me.
They're gonna
Patrick, focus on getting your knee right. We don't pay you to be the GM.
They don't have anybody besides Chris Jones who can get him off the field. So I'm gonna go fact here. I think he's gonna be he'll be a better fit for Kansas City.
What do you think, Coach?
Listen, I know I ain't gonna be a buck. Love, I like what Love looks like. I like his agility. I like all that, right? But shit, boy, that boy Price is that's a man there, boy. He got speed, power, the balance. Now I know we play behind Love though, but shit, I have to go with Price, man. Chris
Holmes played behind Ricky Campbell, right?
Hey, talk your shit, Nick. I'm just saying shit.
You had a better career.
Is that a combination of Ricky Williams and Earl Campbell?
Sorry, Ricky Williams. Who had a better career?
Hey. Jamal Lewis, Ricky Williams and Priest Holmes, man.
No.
Hey,
all right. So, just to clarify, I'm not suggesting that the Chiefs take Jadarian Price in the first round. I'm sure everybody got that. And I'm not going to get that carried away that Jadarian's going to have a better career than Jeremiah Love. He does have the potential, though. We haven't seen a lot of him at Notre Dame because of Jeremiah Love. But from what we have seen, and Hense mentioned the kick return, the punt return ability, that's a big plus on his side in case they do bring in a free agent veteran running back, and he's
Also, I'd like to add to that. With his kickoff ability, I think it's Notre Dame. If the Chiefs fired Dave Todd, if they fired, they didn't go get that special teams coach for Notre Dame. The way he set up the blocks out there, the way he set up the kick returns, the way he set up that team out there to return the kicks, anybody can return the kick. Heck, Luke, I can give you a ball out there and you can go return it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just saying, even a cat with a ball tied to him, I think a cat can go out there return a kick return for the Notre Dame. Because
but I think
he's the second best running back coming out this draft.
I mean, if he's available with the Chiefs' second round pick, or maybe they can move up, maybe the top of the second or bottom of the first, if that was going to be the case. I don't think they'll do any of that, quite frankly, because of the limited resources that they have. If he does fall, though, I think that would be a great pick for them, just because of the skills. I mean, not a lot of tread has come off of his tire because he hasn't carried the ball much. Quite frankly, Jeremiah Love hasn't carried it much either at Notre Dame in 2 years. I mean, he really only, like 250 touches or something like that. It's not that big a number, but you'd rather have Jeremiah Love. But if you're going to say you can get a top end edge rusher or, whatever other position, high quality or high priority position, whether it's edge or corner. Again, if their plans are, or they had already taken care of Trent's situation and he moves on, maybe, you grab a corner at that spot. But
Lou, who would you take, Lou?
Yeah. What's that?
Price or Love? Who'd you take?
That wasn't the way it's set up.
No, I'm asking you. This off Patrick cap. Who'd you take?
I'm taking Jeremiah Love all day.
Okay.
If it was just one or the other. But if I can get that explosive edge rusher and then get Jadarian Price later, I think that would be my choice. And I think, and I'm pretty sure that's what the Chief choice would be too. But if you're just asking me, just apples to apples, this guy versus this guy, I believe Jeremiah Love would be the guy you take. So that's it, gang. That does it for Factor Cap this week.
Stir the pot.
As always, brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. Go ahead, scan the QR code, use the promo code at Chiefs Blitz. Get your special there. Play 5, get 100, and play. If you're not cheering for the Chiefs this weekend, you might as well lay a little cash out and cheer for some individual players. So let's go.
Lay some cash out.
And also what they can get too, Luke. They can get the if you sign up, you can get what?
Right, your name goes into the lottery, if you would, or the hopper, and this could be your prize. You could be the proud owner of this football that I truly believe is worth far more than that number in the purple starburst.
Yeah.
So with that said, let's get into the game preview. Chiefs versus Titans.
Woo, here we go.
All right, this is going to be a hard game to watch, but maybe a fun game to watch as well, because you can be watching guys is in the that's on that can actually come out and fix this team and get the team going up in the right direction. We'll see what Jalen Royals can do and other guys like that as well. So let's get into the first question, Luke.
All right, so should Andy Reid play the young guys over the veterans to see what he has for 2026?
Hey, you know what? We're not politically correct around here. We don't pretend to be. Listen, I think honestly, I think that's what you're going to see. I think Lou, we're talking about the injuries. This is controlled tanking. So let's just call it what it is. Controlled tanking. I don't. He has. Firstly, a wide receiver doesn't have a choice. Rels is going to have to get plenty of snaps. With two, solid wide receivers going to be out in this game. And not to mention, you got a backup quarterback in there. He's got to find out what he has in the offensive line. The backups, 3 of them are likely to play this week. I hope Trey Smith doesn't play. I would be dead set against that. But, let all the kids play. Get Fulton on the field, see what he can do, especially McDuffie doesn't suit up. But, I think if you're going to – I think – Noah Williams is probably and Jeffrey Bass are probably the 2 guys I think need to play all game. Noah Williams is going to be they're going to pencil him as a starter next year at the outside. I don't think there's any question about that. If they can keep Watson, I think that'd be a pretty good young dynamic duo potentially. But Williams needs game experience. Bassa, we need to see if they're not going to keep Leo Chenal, then we need to see what he can do, because he's Leo Chenal's replacement next year.
Been saying that shit all season.
So, I don't think there's any choice. I mean, this is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see all of a sudden Andy Reid going out there and building this tremendous game plan and doing all these things he hasn't done for the last 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And these kids play well, which is a good thing. But just play the young guys. Don't play your veterans. Give them a break.
So you want the young guys to play, but just not play too well.
Well, I know I'm being so. Listen, we're not going to. We probably won't have a chance at the 10th or 11th pick for a while. I think this is an anomaly.
Knock on wood.
I really believe this is an anomaly, and I think if you're looking at the 10th pick and you're looking at the 42nd pick, you got 2 guys who can impact your team right away. Whereas if you're picking, they win all 3 games. they're picking 17 potentially, or 16. That's a big difference.
Slide over to the price.
Is big. And now, unless they trade McDuffie and they get a first round pick for him, then they'll have some more maneuverability. But to me, just play all the young kids, make it a preseason game mentality, and get let Travis make a few catches and just play as many people as you can. You're not affecting the playoff situation because the Titans aren't in it, and maybe you save some of that girth of your roster for the Broncos game, which is going to be on a short week on Christmas night.
I say play all the young guys, get them out here and see what you have, right? You can build on 2026 and look forward to like guys that, okay, this guy's not going to fix the system. This guy's not going to fit the scheme. We thought we can, picked up, then what you got going into the 2026 draft. Right. You'll see what guys that you got to bring in, what guys you got to be scouting better than this, because Boston should be out there, Warriors should be playing. We should want to see more Bashard Smith. You want to see what this kid can do out the backfield, because the running back problem has been a problem for a while. Maybe he's the answer. Maybe they don't need to draft Love. If we see what he can do in the last 3 of these games and see what actually he can get out here and get done as well. So, hey, I'm all for it, playing the young guys and see what you have of 2026 and moving forward. Put these veterans out there trying to wash their bonuses and stuff like that is not going to be ideal. Then you just hurt yourself in the draft stock as well. So I'm saying playing the young guys all the way.
Man, implement your young guys. We've been talking about it all season from Boston. Everybody want to see Royal. I want to see more Galati out there. Just let them guys get the bulk of the load, man. Let them guys really go out there and eat. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy Wiley, Hense, you talking about Wiley for the longest, man. If he's available, throw him out there. You know what I'm saying? Just give these young cats an opportunity to go out there and show who they are. You know what I'm saying? Why not do it now? You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, we just got to see who these guys are. You know what I'm saying? What are they capable of? So I'm all for it, man. Let the young guys eat, man.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see who the inactives are 90 minutes before kick, because then that can maybe give you an idea of who's going to kind of step up into those roles, right? So there really aren't that many that haven't played. I think the ones that we mentioned are Royals, Bassa, and Bashard Smith. Bashard Smith has played in just about every game. It's just only been about a handful of snaps or less, which, again, I don't know what the whole idea behind that was and who that is serving, because it's not really serving the kid to just go in, run one route or take one pitch or however what they were doing, and then just come out right away. And no way you can build a rhythm, just keep a sweat going and just to be effective.
Yep.
Now, in terms of the preseason thing, I think that it'll be a little bit of an elevated situation because it's certainly evaluation time, but there will be a game plan. Right. And there will be, like real plays they'll be running. So that's from that perspective, this is a unique opportunity for the Chiefs because we just haven't been here in so long. So, and I think Spags, yesterday he was asked specifically about Bassa, and his response was, there really haven't been anybody that we wanted to take off the field.
You will this weekend.
So again, but when somebody went down, I believe they brought Cochran in. Now he was playing more of the Mike, and I don't think you're gonna have Bassa playing Mike, so it'll be interesting to see. But everybody else seems to have played or they're injured in terms of the latest draft class and then some of the UDFA. So those 3 guys you certainly want to see what they can do because you drafted them. So let's see.
So with that said, let's get to the next question, Luke.
Next, is Gardner Minshew playing for a 2026 starting job elsewhere or in Kansas City?
Nice. Yeah, I think the next 3 games Chiefs are going to want to see what he can do. And should Patrick Mahomes come back by opening day, then they got a guy who's spent time in the system, probably the majority of the snaps in the preseason and training camp. Or if Patrick's delayed until October or worse, Yeah, I mean, let's see what he can do. Now he's not going to have a full complement of an offensive line, a full complement of his receivers, and so we'll see. But I don't think he's going to be a long-term starter anywhere else in the league. If so, I think the Chiefs would have received some trade offers for teams that were looking for quarterbacks before the start of the season, and certainly at the trade deadline. So I don't think it's for a starting job. I think it's for a backup. Personally, I think this is the best backup they've had under Patrick Mahomes as far as starting potential. Hold on.
Anything is possible.
I love Chad Henne. I think Chad Henne, from a teaching perspective for Patrick,
he was
no question. He's a pure quarterback.
Been in the league for a while.
Yeah, pure quarterback. Minshew's a better quarterback. So I hope they keep him around for one more year. Now, you got to remember, the Raiders are paying 3.8 of his $4.5 million contract this year. So this was a no-brainer signing. But I'd like to see the Chiefs keep him.
I don't think he's the better backup quarterback that the Chiefs ever had. I think last time it was a quarterback, when he was on the Chiefs roster that was, up for votes for MVP, in Philadelphia, at number 11.
That was in another lifetime, Hense.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't see Minshew on that.
He's so far past that.
But playing for starting job, I think he'd be playing for a backup job elsewhere, not here in Kansas City, because it is a guy that's out there that if Patrick Mahomes can go, that the kingdom would love to see in a Chiefs.
Jack Wilson.
No. Yes, he didn't love to see Jameis.
That's not Zach Wilson.
Jameis Wilson.
No.
Yeah, yes. Bring him in a Chiefs uniform for quarterback number 2. I'm just saying.
It would be so damned entertaining.
Oh, it would be definitely entertaining, man.
I would say yes, but I don't see.
I think he'd be a regular on the New Heights podcast.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I think he'd be a regular, but yeah, I think Minshew is playing for a backup position. Where if Patrick Mahomes ain't ready to go, I think I believe he'd be ready to go. But other than that, man, who won't? You won't want to see him as a number QB number 2. Coming in a Chiefs uniform, putting up the W. Yeah, I think a lot of Chiefs fans will like that, Nick. Yeah, I think you just don't like that.
Based on his performance on Fox and what he did around Super Bowl time, he may get a bigger offer to do TV than he would be in a backup.
Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm gonna go. I think Gardner Minshew is playing to stay in Kansas City, man. If the next couple of games he go out and he plays well, I think he's just playing to keep his backup spot for the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him going out there and having an outstanding game, going out there and putting up big numbers. Even if he do go out there and do, that's fine. I still believe he is a backup quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes, and I do believe he is playing for a backup role behind Patrick Mahomes. So I'm all for it, man. I like Minshew. I like Minshew. He'll be fine.
I mean, certainly he's a competitor, and I think the competitor in him is going to want a chance at a starting position. You look at there's probably like a handful of teams, maybe a little bit like a large handful, maybe 2 handfuls of teams that are looking for quarterbacks. I don't know that he is that guy, even like a bridge quarterback somewhere. We talked about Tua not having like any really standout skills. Gardner's a good player. He's won games in this league before. You can say the same thing about Tua, but he doesn't have the injury history. From his perspective, he just wants to put out good tape for whoever may want him, right? Whether it's Kansas City or somewhere else. I think he probably would like to stay. And if he plays well, I think they would enjoy having him because, again, the personality that he has, the knowledge of the game that he brings, everything that he brings to the table. I think he is kind of, I don't want to say perfect backup quarterback, but as close as you can get. That's somebody that's not, looking over, the franchise's shoulder, trying to like take his job because he knows that that's never going to happen.
So with that said, let's get to the next question.
All right, next. Does a win over the Titans actually hurt the Chiefs? Well, yeah, the Chiefs 2026 draft position.
Yes. I already said it earlier.
It certainly doesn't help, right?
I think
that's all I'm saying on it.
Yes. I think it hurts. I don't want Andy Reid to come out here and say, look, I want to listen to the guys that come out here. We got to win this game. We got to be, you know what I mean? Hey, them days are over, right? Now you ain't, like Nick said, you ain't gonna be ever probably picking this high ever again, and probably when Patrick Mahomes return in his career rise. Knock on wood. But other than that, man, you're just gonna be a high pick for you to have. You don't want to mess that up. You know, you already sitting at 11. You probably can earn that number 10 spot, whatever. See what the the Falcons does. You know, because the Rams actually own that number 10 spot because the Falcons. Gave him that pick last year. Other than that, man, you can't come out here and just say, "Oh, we got to beat up the two win Titans." We got to make a statement here, guys. We got to make a statement
for the Titans.
We got to make a statement for Patrick Mahomes. We got to beat those guys. You give these guys high school plays.
So who wants to win the game least? Because I'm sure the Titans definitely don't want to hurt their draft position, right? I mean, they want to be picking like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I think this is a statement for culture. That's what I think.
Well, they don't have their new coach yet. I mean, he's an interim coach, so I don't know. It's just a tough game, meaningless game. I mean, it's hard. We'll just see who plays harder.
Glorified preseason game,
man, guys. To me, it's stupid because you want to win a game, but then you go out there just to tank. It's like, I get what both guys are saying, but it's like, shit, hell,
you're already losing by design.
Well, there's no tank. There's no tank word. We're not using the T word.
Man, well, what you say, Lou? Soft tanking. You once said soft served. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys on the injury report that may not be playing.
But I mean, go out there and win a game. But it is what it is.
Well, sure, they're going to try.
Fall is going to fall. So just go out there and play your game, man. Play the win.
Spag said it. I mean, these guys are professional. I mean, they wouldn't be at this level of football if they weren't like the most intense competitors from their school, from their state, hell, from their draft, whatever. So everybody, I mean, if you're out on the field, you're playing your ass off because a lot of them probably are thinking, hey, I may not be back here next year, but if I show up in a meaningless game and I play my ass off, somebody's going to see that.
Right.
Hey,
right?
real quick.
Whether it's the Chiefs front office or someone else's. So, yeah.
Okay, real quick, though. Ken Sinclair said Hurst, there's draft, but the draft is all about potential. Who knows if a higher pick will work out? Who knows what love might work out? Who knows?
You're absolutely right, Ken. But we certainly do know that a win doesn't mean a damn thing. So there you have it.
It does kind of mean a thing because if the Chiefs lose to the Titans, is this officially the lowest point of any Reed's era?
It's definitely pretty bad because they hadn't lost, I think, 3 in a row since 2018. God knows the last time they lost 4 in a row. I mean, it's just it's beneath them, right? For that to happen. I hear you all about the draft positioning and everything else, and it makes sense. Certainly, there's only typically 12 or 15 elite prospects in most drafts,
right?
And those are pretty much like first round picks. You typically might only have 20 that are graded that high, depending on the team and how their grading system is and everything else. But usually that's kind of what the deal. And everybody else are just, they go in the first round, but they're typically more of a second, third round pick. So anyway, yeah, it's hard because you're kind of between a rock and a hard place because everybody out there is trying to win. The coaches want to win. The players want to win.
They're playing for their jobs too, man.
Exactly, and NFL not for long. So it's hard, but in terms of the lowest point for Reed, Yeah, I think so. If you lose 4 in a row and potentially 5, you
lose to the
Denver,
Titans. That's going. I know you're talking about draft order, but you lose to the Titans.
Yeah, that.
Come on, man.
I mean, not that it would kill the culture that they've built, but it certainly, would be.
It leave a bad taste in your mouth. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
definitely would.
All right, so thank you guys. That was the questions of the show today, and we had
breaking news. Would you like my breaking news?
Hello.
Here we go. Did they add Pops to the injury list?
Back to the discussion about the stadium. This is a quote from Phil Lavoda, the Jackson County executive in charge of the negotiations with the Chiefs. He told reporters today he spoke with the Chiefs team president Mark Donovan yesterday and today, and he has told me, here's the quote, there is no done deal in Kansas. So there's no done deal yet because the done deal won't happen until Monday. So Missouri has until Monday at 10 o'clock to make their final pitch.
So I gave you hold
on. One more thing. Missouri's money is all tied to a stadium vote in April, which would push everything back months. And I don't think that they'd get the support with the vote at this stage. There's no way they can fund it without a stadium, without a vote by Jackson County. Where in Kansas, they don't need to vote at all.
Why is Missouri anti-pro sports?
They are. Look at the gambling measure. They dropped their ball on that. There's no
Kansas. I go. I'm about to join Dorothy.
There's no place like home.
I mean,
there's no place like
Missouri,
home.
And
there's no place like home.
I'm gonna go Overland Park too, Hense. Shit, I might join you over there too. Shit.
They haven't had a great mayor since Sly left.
Damn.
He was great.
Ain't fun in Missouri. Shit.
Yeah, they just don't have the leadership, and everybody's out for themselves, and everybody wants. It's a typical politics. They want to get reelected, so they'll do whatever they can, and then when something goes wrong, they'll blame somebody else but themselves. Oh, but I will correct it next term.
Yeah.
So how's that breaking news? I wonder.
Well, this will be the third NFL team that they'll lose.
Correct.
Damn.
I mean,
2 football teams and a baseball team.
Hey, this show, we all going to Kansas, man. We all going to Kansas, bro. Man, God.
It's all about the business. You heard what the man said.
It's all about money.
Done deal. No done deal.
It is not a done deal yet. We are 100% in agreement on that.
No, well, I don't think anybody said that. I think it was just kind of maybe an inference that Seren had made from the report or the what he had heard.
I know Seren pretty well.
Yeah.
And I will say this, that his sources are solid. Bob Fesco said the same thing this morning on 610. And he's got excellent sources. I'm not going to tout myself. I got some pretty good sources. Hense's got a really good source. You just never know how these things are going to shape out. You're talking about billions of dollars.
Yeah, I love the sources.
Unless you're in the room.
I will just be glad when this shit is over. That's all I care about.
Or your source is someone in the room, then
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, everybody's talking like the contract still for Arrowhead is 2031. So they still got to play out that contract.
It's a $300,000 buyout. They can get out of it.
They also lost the Rams and the Cardinals, Ken.
I will say this. If this happens on Monday, I will disclose some information that I have kept from all of you guys, not even privately.
Wow. Nick, you pretty much keep us in the dark about everything. So, all right.
But I will spew it on Monday.
Yeah.
And we're going to know by showtime. So,
wow, there's a tease. That's what you call good TV.
I will
boys and girls.
Let me tune in for Monday's show, man, because it's going to be tough. I can't wait there.
I will share the quote that I was told.
Our guy Harold will be in too. You know, maybe he's got some.
Harold probably knows too. So there you go.
Ooh, it's gonna be a hot show, guys.
It's gonna be a great show. You don't want to miss it. Monday, 1:30.
It's gonna be the battle up. I ain't gonna go to politics, but it's gonna be a good battle of sources. Shit. It's gonna be a battle
there.
Of sources, man.
So with that said, man, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Saturday, me and Coach. Also, we'll have X if you live on X if you watch.
Wait, no X. Score predictions? We don't have score predictions?
Oh well, hell, shit.
We all,
It's up in the air now, shit.
what's your score prediction,
Okay,
Nick?
I got the Titans 27, the Chiefs 17.
Everybody will go from the tank. They want to
go ahead, Drake. What's your score prediction?
Man, I got even. Man, I got 17-21 Chiefs.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go
for 225 yards.
I'm going 17-13 Arrowheads.
All right.
I'm going 27-13 Chiefs. Even though I don't want them to win, I want them to go ahead and get the thing done. But this is somehow Andy Reid and they'll probably screw up draft picks and go pick even back. You know what I mean? So, hey, 27-13 Chiefs. We'll see you guys on X if y'all joining on X.
Enjoy the weekend. College football playoffs begin tonight and again tomorrow.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
A lot of good NFL games on Sunday with a lot of meaning. And can't wait for
the score prediction.
Christmas is on the horizon.
Did we adopt a team yet?
I have. I'm all in
Seahawks that way.
I'm all in on the Bills.
Seahawks that way.
Oh, Nick, come on. First off, it's needs to be an NFC team.
I'm all for Bills Mafia, and I'm all for
Bills of all
Seattle.
teams. Damn you!
Yeah,
I like the Rams, man. Hey, I went to the in my division. I got the Rams.
We all know you.
The Rams, man.
I'm sticking with one team only. That's why I wore the jersey today.
That's Tyreek Hill. You
think
one player? You think you slick?
I think one team only. That's why I'm sticking in my team. I'm not adopting nobody else.
Did you see Tyreek's meme that he put out once they benched?
He wants to come back to the Chiefs so bad.
Yeah, the deuces, and then one of the guys in the picture disappears. Was that like Keenan and Kel?
He'll be at the dirt ceremony with the first shovels for the new land in Kansas. Trust me, he'll be there.
Oh, I thought he was going to be pouring the first shovel of dirt on Tua.
So with that said, guys,
see you, kid.
All right, guys, peace out.
Peace.
Loyal to the team, every victory we slay. Chiefs Blitz podcast where the real fans unite. Every touchdown score, ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yeah, it's never too late. So tune in live, don't miss the hype. Chiefs Blitz podcast, it's what we type.